Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Tom Davis from Escape Conversions, and this is a quick little video to show you the progress that we've made on this build I've got behind me. So the first thing that we got working on this week was the pop-top roof from atek roofs. We're not fitting this roof to gain headroom like you would in a smaller van like the Transporters. This roof basically just a bedroom on the roof, so instead of cutting the entire roof out, we only needed to cut out a relatively small access hatch like this. The roof comes in 3 parts. Using our new hoist, we lifted the first section up and drove the van underneath so that we could line it up where it would land and then scratch up the parts of the roof where we need to apply the adhesive. We then applied the adhesive and then lowered the first section of the pop top into place. The second part of the roof is the moving or elevating part. Similar to how we did the first section, we lifted the roof up, drove the van underneath, and then once it was aligned, we dropped the hinges and bolted them into position. We then attached the gas struts to either side as well. While still in its up position, we brought the cameras in from the pop top and fed it around the track top and bottom, and then zipped it all up to join it together. The final third part of the roof is the front piece that just needs lifting into position over the cab, and then the last job that we'll get to is the full seal that goes right the way around the pop top just to make it 100% watertight. Now, because of the size of this pop top roof, we weren't able to mount the awning with the standard brackets that they usually come with. So what we had to do is use universal brackets and modify them to make it work. Took a little bit of mess around, but we got there in the end. So, making good use of the new hoist again, we lifted the awning up into position, bolted it all up, and with a few little tweaks here and there, we got it perfect. The next job was swapping the standard wheels out for these absolute whoppers. These are all-terrain tyres on rhino alloys, and this is a full motion model van too, so I think it's safe to say that this won't be getting stuck in the mud anytime soon. Yeah, we were just sealing getting around to sealing the pop top, so everything's been stuck down sort of underneath these fiberglass panels and trims, but we're just going right round the edges now just to make everything totally watertight. So a nice bead right around the front, the top and the back, and then probably go over a few bits on the brackets of the awning as well with the sealant. And then, yeah, everything will be watertight then, and we can sort of start moving inside the van and start getting on with stuff internally. Whilst that sealant sets, we unbolted the seats so that we could run them down to our upholsterer. The customer's going for a textured vinyl in a mustard colour for the seats in here. And I know it might sound mad, but it's definitely going to look the part. So if you want to follow along, knock that little bell icon and get notified for the next video, and you can see for yourself. we on? Yeah, so I just want to quickly do a little video and just demonstrate what we're doing with this van and the electric step that we've just fitted. And what we've done, we've just sort of like rigged it up with the wiring. Haven't mounted anything in its actual position yet, but you know, we've connected everything up, just checked that it all works properly first. And yeah, we've got it going as it should. So I just want to quickly show you exactly what we've done, what we've fitted, and how it all works. So it's a Thule Omnis step, electric step, 12 volt electric step, and we've got this control box with it as well. This is like an additional extra that you can buy with these. And basically what you do, you've got like 4 wires that come out of the underside of the step. You've got positive and negative going into this box. The next 2 wires that you've got are the positive and negative that come from the vehicle battery. You can connect these to a secondary battery, your leisure battery, but then doing it that way you'd sort of need an additional relay. So yeah, it can be done. Just in the instruction manual it says they recommend connecting it to the vehicle battery. If you can't reach the vehicle battery, connect it to your leisure, but then of course you need the relay. So simpler version is this way. So yeah, so you've got the positive and negative of the motor coming out from the step into the box. You've got your positive and negative coming from the vehicle battery into the box. You've got the 2 wires here that come out to this switch, and I'll explain what that does in a minute. And then you've also got this little, these 2 wires going into the box here, and basically what these are, it's like a magnetic sensor, if you like. So what we'll do is once we've lined everything and we found a decent position, we put one half of this sensor on the wall here and the other side on the door. But basically in its closed position, that's what happens. As soon as you open the door, you're taking that part of the sensor away, and as you can see, the step comes out automatically. And then once you close the door again, it connects that sensor and it retracts. Now the last wire that goes into this box, I'll just show you what that is. So you've got the door open, and that last wire, what we've had to do is piggyback on to a fuse that's already in the vehicle. Now what we've done is we've found a fuse in this fuse box here that is off, but then once you turn the ignition on, it's got an electrical connection. So basically what happens here is you turn the key on and that automatically retracts. So I'll quickly just jump in and show you that now. So as soon as it recognises the ignition's on, it takes about 5 seconds. There you go, retracts back in. Yeah, so that's the sort of the automatic override with the switch, with the ignition, this switch that I mentioned earlier. Basically what that is you can, obviously it's got 2 positions. In the first position, it works exactly as I've shown you. In the second position, it does the same thing, it comes out, but then when the door closes again, it doesn't automatically retract. It still automatically retracts when the ignition's on, but just not when the door closes. So, you know, it's probably when you're at a campsite or whatever and you're in and out of the door all the time, you want it to just be out as soon as you open the door. Then that's just a nice little option to have. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Great bit of kit. The additional box is even better, and yeah, with the size of this particular van as well, it's a 4-motion VW Crafter, which means that there's an extra about 4 inches of floor, as you may be able to see there. That isn't on the standard versions. So yeah, adding that step just makes it that little bit easier to get in. And it's a thumbs up from me. Thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe, do all of that, and we'll see you in the next one.